pellet. Good, we're live. I was wondering about that when I got up this morning, whether I was alive or not. Apparently I am. So if anybody stops by, I put a link there in the chat section to the American Rifleman's article about the new Bond Arms Rough. They call it the new Bond Arms Rough series, which I guess is correct. They got two guns coming out. One's the Roughneck, that's a 9mm with a 2.5-inch barrel. The other is the Rough and Rowdy, and that's a 3-inch barrel that's in 45-410. Show you my Bond Arms with 5-410 Snake Slayer, and what they've done is they're bringing these out in a my mind's not working very good. I'll have another sip of of this concoction Jack made me that has raspberries in it. They're making two firearms that they don't polish. They won't be highly polished stainless. Instead, they'll be bead blasted or sand blasted. I assume it's bead blasting they use. And by cutting the corners and not doing all the finishing work, they're going to sell these things. The 9mm Roughneck, the suggested retail price is $269, and the Rough and Rowdy, which is the 45 Colt 410, the suggested retail with a 3-inch barrel is $299, considerably cheaper than the suggested retail of $540 for those guns all polished up. Identical firearm, made the same way, stainless steel. They just are going to not finely polish them, and they're just going to bead blast them. So that's the latest scoop. I thought I'd talk about that briefly, and I did. Other than that, it's been a busy day. You have to excuse me. I'm a little tired. I was working on the new 22 shooting range with a bobcat, and I noticed one of the cows was down and went over and checked on her. And she's a heifer, so this is the first one. Went over and checked on her, and there were two feet sticking out her rear end, so she was getting pretty close. Sometimes on the first time around, it takes a while, and it took her a good half an hour before she dropped that calf. But a good-looking calf. Dropped a little heifer with a lot of color. It's really a nice-looking calf. A lot of contrasting white and red. So that was the big excitement today. And then I cut down trees and cut up wood and stacked it. So I'm tired at this point. So let's see who's here. Wise Guys Are Us TM. Greetings. And Dante Gonzalez Aldaco. Have I got that right? Aldaco? So I thought I'd talk about that because that's big difference in price from the usual fare from Bond Arms, and they aren't going to change how they're making them construction wise. They'll still be all stainless steel on those models. They're just going to be not as highly polished and bead blasted. So thought I would share that. And I wish I had a Bond Arms in 357, and also in 45 ACP would be nice. I could see having one of each of those. Well, the Hornet Fixer's an interesting guy. Yeah, he's interesting. So other than that, not much going on. Spent the whole day working, if you want to call it that. And that I was surprised how much I got done on that new shooting range today. It went a lot faster than I thought it would. Got in there with a bobcat, and I thought it would be tougher to get some of those stumps out than it was. So I think it helped a lot that I started that last year and then never got back to it. Gave everything a little chance to rot. So working on the backstop for it at this point. So, but I was able to get in there and nice clear path and get it all set up and leveled out so I can work and bring in the fill and build that backstop. And that's what I was after, is getting that done. And I did. And then also with that, the trees that were down in there, I cut them up and stacked the wood. And those trees I cut down last year, some of them will be good for next winter. Some of them won't, take another year for them to season. But so that's pretty good to get something done. Any day I can get anything done, I'm happy. It beats spending the entire day at the hospital, because I've lost a lot of days like that. So very happy with today, but kind of tired at the moment. So there we have that. Other than that, I have absolutely nothing. So I just thought I'd give a quick little shout about that. The other thing that's going on is there's, if you haven't gone over to Eltenda's channel, check out Eltenda's channel. He's having a giveaway, his 2000 sub giveaway. And I hear there's going to be a giveaway at the Ruger Ranger here this weekend. He's just reached 2,000 subs there. So the Ruger Ranger's having a giveaway of some items that Ruger sent him to give away. Yeah, Ruger actually sent him items to give away on his 2,000 sub giveaway. So he's going to have a video on that this weekend, I think Sunday morning. The Ruger Ranger is going to announce his 2,000 sub giveaway. What else? Try and catch all these things. JT Wild Boar, good evening. How are you? At 92 degrees. Yeah, I don't even know how warm it was today here. I was sweating out there and thought I should take my sweatshirt off a couple times, but I was afraid to. But it's supposed to be 40 degrees tomorrow and rainy, and it's supposed to rain for the next 7 days. So I also yesterday got out and redid the hard target range, did the bobcatting on that, and got the floor of the range moved over a little and lengthened, and moved that dirt to the backside of the backstop. I was glad I got that done. I could get those 7 days of rain. It'll level out the track marks from the bobcat in there. It'll be a pretty level floor in the floor of the shooting range. And then sometime during the week, if the weather's right and the rain's right, I'll get in there and seed that, because I've got a couple bags of seed left over from last year that I never did throw down. So we'll get some grass seed in there, weather permitting, this week. And that's the excitement there. So that's, I think it's only been about it's only been about a week. We dropped 3 calves, had 3 calves drop this week. I think the first one, I'm not sure, but I think the first one was on Monday. Not sure. Might have been over the weekend. But at any rate, the first one dropped a little heifer, the second one dropped a bull calf, and this one is a little heifer. I was looking for bull calves, obviously. So we're not batting too good on that, but this last one sure is a good looking one. The mother was a little skittish, didn't want to let me get too close. And in the end, I backed off and let her go. I was bugging her too much. But I did get enough footage. I'm going to have a video on my Patreon channel on that calf that dropped out of. See, that would be Augustina. So it'll be, her name will be Alice. Yeah, that calf's name is Alice. So there we have that. And with that, I'm going to depart because I got to go eat my dinner because I got to get it in me before 8 o'clock because I got to have it in me before 8 o'clock so I can sit around for 2 hours and digest, and my stomach will, in theory, be empty to take my chemo at 10 p.m. That's how the schedule works. So gotta be off the air by 7:30 to make that schedule a reality. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Everybody that did tune in. It's been kind of a odd spring so far weather-wise. The frost hadn't even come out of the ground until probably 10 days ago, I figure. It was still frozen. I know a lot of the cleanup I want to do out there I couldn't do because I started digging into it with a bobcat and there was still snow underneath in the cattle pen. So, but I think it's pretty well thawed out now and I can start cleaning things up. So I look forward to that because let me tell you, that cattle pen is a real mess. This was not a good winter for that. Unfortunately, it's probably the worst one I can remember. There's a real mess out there. The winds were bad, and we had several blizzards, and the winds. One of them, the wind took about 25% off of each bale and just threw the hay everywhere, which is not conducive with keeping a clean pen. It pretty much makes it really tough to clean up in the spring. So there we have that to look forward to. So thanks for tuning in. Till next time. This guy's going to go get his dinner so he can get his chemo. Till next time, for Mr. Holster and Jack, go out and stay safe. I'm not sure how many minutes of your life that'll be, but you'll never, ever, ever get it back again.